Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be doing a review on the Beddy's bedding. So about 2 months ago I got this bedding, and while I was doing some research before I was going to purchase this, I noticed that there weren't really a lot of YouTube videos kind of going through all of its features. So I'm going to do that in this video, and then I'm going to show you also what I like about this Beddy and what I don't like about this Beddy, and hopefully you guys will find this video very helpful. Okay, to start off with, I will show you what it came in. So this is the bag that everything comes in. It's just a plain plastic bag. And as you can see right here, I got the retro ruby bed set, and the size that I got was in a full. And here where it says making life easier starter pack, it comes with one Beddy's bed. It says one basic pillowcase, but since I got the full, it comes with two basic pillowcases. And then it also comes with two pillow shams since I got a full. So as you can see, as it's described, this is the Beddy as said on the labeling. Here's the first pillow sham, the other pillow sham, and then the two standard pillow cases. And I just kind of double layered with it because I didn't want to lose it, so there are the two right there. One of the big things that Beddy's has been very repetitive about is how quick and easy it is to make your Beddy. And while I haven't really been putting on and off the sheets, but it is very simple to unzip the blanket from the base of it, and it is pretty, simple rather than having to make your own bed. So I'll kind of just demonstrate putting it on and putting it off here. So as you can see right now, I have the sheets off, and I will show you how long it takes to just put the sheets on. So and there you go, the bed is put on, and then all you have to do is put on your pillows. And then it's done. So I know one of the concerns with these Beddies is that some people don't really want to feel like they're kind of trapped in how you would feel maybe in a sleeping bag. And I know that's something that my mom made as a remark when I told her I was going to buy one of these. She's like, why do you want a sleeping bag? You can get something that's very cheap that makes you feel like you're in a sleeping bag. But I can tell you that if you don't like the feeling of feeling like you're in a sleeping bag, the Beddy can be adjusted so then you don't feel like that. Because I know when I sleep, I like my legs to kind of be free sometimes, especially if I get hot, because I get hot sometimes when I'm sleeping. So I will just show you how you can unzip this. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but I guess that could be a frame of reference if you are trying to do it with one hand. But here we go. We got it going. So there you go. And as also, one of the things that a lot of people say that they really like about this is how soft the material feels inside. And let me just say, when I first got this, I just loved how it felt. This material is so soft. If you're not sold on buying a Beddy, maybe you want to consider just buying their single blankets, because I can tell you this material is just so soft and it just feels so nice against your skin that it's well worth your money. The only downside so far is like I said, I've had this for 2 months, and you see how there's these circles well, I can see like on the extender pieces, they're kind of, fading away because I guess from use. So that is a little bit of a downside, but I guess if you're using it, it's gonna happen. Yeah, guys, as I said, this Minky material definitely sold me on this Beddy. It's really nice and soft. One thing though is that I noticed while I was sleeping in it is that it would really make my body hot while I was sleeping. I would wake up kind of sweaty, or I would wake up without the covers on because I got hot during the night. So I would say that if you're a person that gets hot at night while you're sleeping easily, that you would kind of want to consider that on whether that would be a pro or a con for you buying this. But I can definitely tell you that during the winter time, because I think I got this around December, January, that it gets pretty cold in my house, and this was just like a lifesaver. I know the one thing that I really loved was since that you can keep this closed, it kept your feet. That since you can keep this closed, it keeps your feet nice and warm, especially if you're a person who can't really sleep with socks on. I'm kind of that person that even if I do sleep with socks on, they're off by the time I wake up. So, yeah, I would say the best feature possibly for me on this whole Beddy is just this Minky material. It's just so comfortable, and I just loved it out of everything. So like I was saying, if you really don't like the feel of, say, being connected to, like, kind of enclosed, or if you don't like, you don't want to have that feeling like you're in a sleeping bag, that there are zippers. So one way you can sleep is having only this one half, because how the zipping works is, you see right here, so this side unzips this side over here, and then this side unzips this side. But if you wanted to, you could take this whole sheet off. As you can see, it comes off like that. And to get the other side off, I kind of have to go unzip the other side that's over there where the pillows are. But you can unzip both sides, and then it could be free as a blanket. And I'm going to get the zipper, and I'll show you how that can be. Okay, so I got the zipper that was up there, as you can see, and now it's down here. So if you continue zipping all the way, you can see it unlatches, and now it's like a blanket. It's not connected. So even if you don't want that feeling of being almost like a sleeping bag, you can unlatch it and have it just as like a regular blanket. But the only annoying thing are this little zipper. It definitely gets in the way, especially if you're just trying to use it as a blanket. If you wanted to take this off and use it as a blanket, just know this is probably going to be a nuisance. Just going to be constantly hitting your feet or hitting some part of your body, which I've experienced. And then to put it back, it's really pretty simple. All you have to do is just like zippering up a coat. So try to see if I can do this one-handed. So you want to make sure that this silver part goes in and kind of clicks, because it's almost like a jacket. If you don't make sure that part is in, then the zipper will get all messed up and it won't zip correctly. So I'm going to see if I can put you down here. Okay, so I'm going to kind of demonstrate it again. So you kind of want to clasp this together and then make sure it goes in all the way. Like that. As you can see, it's kind of like a zipper. I don't know if you can see. And then once it's like that, you can zip it up. And it's the same thing for the other side. It's just make sure you have it squished together. Put the metal part. Make sure it's pushed in all the way. And then you zip. And then you just zip up each side and you're ready to go. So like I said before, guys, one of the things Beddy's kind of stressed about through their advertisement of this Beddy is how fast it is to make, this bed. So I showed you earlier how easy it is to put it on your actual mattress, but I'll show you how fast it takes to actually zip it all up and it just be ready for, once you're leaving your room. is made. All sides are zippered up. And, you know, if you really want to be a stickler, you could fix the pillows better. But basically, it is made. One thing from this Beddy that I do really want to stress about is be careful how you guys watch this. So I thought it was being super careful. They give you instructions and everything, how to properly wash it. And I followed the steps exactly how I thought you were supposed to. But I still ended up getting color bleeding. I don't know how well this shows. But as you can see, like, I really don't know if you can see this. But you kind of have to trust me. There's like red that's kind of stained onto the white. And on my pillow, my white pillowcase, there's like red like blotches, and it really upset me whenever this happened, because like I said, I thought I was being super careful. But I think my mistake is that these pillowcases, the decorative ones, I think my mistake is that I washed it together with the Beddy, like together, and they were kind of like intertwined, and I think that's how the bleeding happened. But I would just say I would recommend probably just washing like just the stuff separately, like wash the Beddy together, wash these pillowcases by themselves, and maybe wash this by itself to kind of help from bleeding. But I know that's one thing that really disappointed me. Luckily, it really didn't stain the little mesh that's inside of the blanket, so I was happy about that. But I know that it really upset me when I saw that the red had stained onto the white. So the question I kind of want to answer in this video is, was this Beddy worth it? And usually Beddys go around for $250 maybe. I'm not completely sure. I'll probably put it in like the description, or just kind of write somewhere how much Beddys usually go on average. But I got this Beddy whenever there was a sale going on, so I got it for around $199. Plus this, it is free shipping, so you don't have to pay for shipping as long as your order is over $50, I think. But, you know, I'm not disappointed with my purchase. It's obviously a great bedding. As you can see, I was able to put it on pretty fast. I'm able to make my bed fast. I would say if you're really big on wanting, you know, your bed made, the bed's made in your house, this would definitely be something that you want to invest in, because, you know, it's simple. Like, almost anyone can do it, and it's just easy. All you have to do is zipper it up. So I would say, you know, if you have the means to buy it, if you can afford one and not be, you know, in the hole somehow financially, I would recommend buying it. If you're not there yet with having the funds, I would probably recommend waiting. You know, Beddy's, they have sales that are amazing all the time, and I would just say kind of, you know, wait it out. You'll find a good sale and you'll eventually get what you want. If not, you know, Beddy's has so many new beddings that they're coming out with recently, and, you know, you'll eventually get one if you're looking for one. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions that maybe you think that I would be able to answer, you can put them down in the comment section, and I'll try to answer any questions that you may have. I do kind of want to end this with saying that I was not sponsored by Beddy's, because, you know, some people might think, oh, this person is sponsored by them. They're kind of just being paid to tell their opinion of it. And no, I'm not sponsored. I just, like I said earlier, when I was looking into buying this bedding, that I wasn't completely sure if, you know, it would be the right thing to do. So I did some research, and usually my go-to thing is going onto YouTube to look at reviews. And I noticed that there weren't really too many in-depth reviews about these Beddys. So I decided, hey, why not make one and maybe help somebody who's unsure. So if you guys like this video, give it a like, and hopefully this helps you in making a decision if the Beddy is the right thing for you to purchase.